Can you imagine being married to someone with a hot temper? Narnah has always had extreme violent anger issues. Since she was a young child, it always used to get her in trouble. Between school, attacking boys, getting suspended, she was quite authoritative, and whenever things were happening that she did not like, did not agree with, she would often get violently angry. As she grew up, she managed to hide it, mask it, and not be as obvious with it, but she still could get angry very often. She eventually met a young man named Prince, who was the complete opposite of her. He was calm, he was quiet, he was understanding, always willing to listen to people. And his childhood, on the other hand, had a lot of bullying. He was often beaten because he was a short man. People would often take advantage of him, and he decided that he did not want to reciprocate that energy. But strangely enough, sometimes opposites attract, and Prince and Narnah got along very well. They eventually got married, and to the surprise of everyone, they became couple goals. The loud and authoritative Narnah and the calm and respectable Prince. 2 years into their marriage, they started to do very, very well. Narnah was a popular TV host of her own show and was well known across social media. Prince, on the other hand, worked for a bank, but he also owned 3 filling stations and 1 hotel. The couple was living and swimming in money, and everybody aspired to be just like them. Fans of Narnah's show were often treated to little tidbits and anecdotes about Prince and how much she loved him and how much he cared for her, encouraging others to strive for their perfect marriage. Until one day, the police received a strange call from Narnah where she mentioned that Prince, her husband, had not returned home from work for the past 48 hours. The police quickly launched an investigation, which happened to be all over the news. They found out from Prince's executive assistant that he was headed for a meeting and had never arrived. They also spoke to his chauffeur, who informed them that Prince did in fact have a meeting, but he opted out of using the company car and chauffeur and had instead decided to drive himself. During the investigation, the police eventually found Prince's car on the main road out of town, burned to a crisp. Upon hearing the information in the news, Narnah was broken, completely in shock and devastated. The few weeks up until the funeral were the darkest time for her. She could not speak to anybody. She didn't want to see anybody. She stayed in her room, locked away. Following the funeral rites, knowing that she and Prince had never had a prenup, and that Prince had already explained to her that if anything were to happen to him, all of his belongings in his will would go to her, Narnah was confused why she had not yet heard from the lawyer. Reaching out to the lawyer, she then asked that everything has passed, I'm still grieving, but I want to understand what is the state of affairs. Are we reading Prince's will? What is happening? The lawyer sat her down and told her that just before his death, Prince had updated his will and had given everything, his whole entire inheritance, to a person named Bernard. In confusion, Narnah was shocked and angry and said, "Who is this Bernard?" The lawyer confirmed to her that Bernard Wilson is a 1-year-old boy that Prince had outside the marriage with his presumed side chick. In complete shock and anger, Narnah tore up the lawyer's office. In an attempt to calm her down, the lawyer reached out and said, "Calm down. He informed me that when I gave you this news, I am to give you a letter." Narnah took the letter but said, "This will not solve anything. It's most likely an apology. Plus, it explains why he was headed out of town. He was trying to run away with his side chick." Among society, Prince was very well loved, and Narnah and Prince were well known. When news of the cheating rumors and the child broke through, everyone felt just like Narnah, confused, devastated. The couple they had thought was couple goals, the couple they'd believed in, the couple they'd watched on their screens was all fake because Prince was clearly not as good as he seemed. 1 year later, as Narnah is cleaning up her house, she finds the unopened letter and decides that, now she's in a space where she can sit down and read it. She opens it, and in the letter it states, "My darling, if you're reading this, it means I am long gone. Don't worry about looking for me, because the day you find me, I am releasing all the evidence. I have stashed copies in my brown briefcase under the bed." Now was confused. What did he mean? Long gone? If you try to find me? Realizing that she needed answers, Narnah began her search. She found the briefcase. Upon opening it, discovered printed pictures from hidden cameras around the house, showing Narnah in her most violent of stages, physically abusing Prince throughout their whole marriage. This was the proof that over the years, Narnah, whenever she got angry, was physically abusing Prince, and in his calm and quiet demeanor, refused to say anything, did not think he would be believed. Narnah, determined to find more answers than just this, decided to call the investigator of Prince's case. She called him and asked, "The car crash, did you ever find a body?" The investigator told her, "No, we couldn't find any body. It is likely that it burned in the crash." Not convinced, Narnah then proceeded to call the insurance company and said, "The car was insured to my husband. I am his next of kin. We never got the insurance settlement." The company told her that the insurance money had already been paid out, informing her that the car was registered to Bernard Wilson. Frustrated with this missing Bernard Wilson 1-year-old child that she had known nothing about, who seemed to be getting all of Prince's money, Narnah finally confronted the lawyer. She wanted answers and an explanation. At this point, the lawyer agreed. He stated that following the years of abuse at her hand, Prince decided he needed an escape plan. He could no longer stay, but he also didn't know the public reception of this situation. He shared that in his efforts to leave, Prince found a woman willing to have his child. They discussed all the parameters. She would have his child. The child would inherit everything in Prince's name. In addition, Prince would fake his death, get a new passport, new identity, and leave the country. But to ensure that Narnah never came after him, he would use all the proof from the abuse throughout the years. And in that is Narnah's entangled web. That's all I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms, and I'll see you in another episode.